Let's have a look at two wireless charging products from a company called Momax. Especially if you're using Apple portable devices, I think these two charging products are going to be a perfect fit for what you need. Let's find out together. This is ArtIsRight. Before we start, subscribe if you're new and hit on the bell icon so you'll be notified every time I upload cool new videos like this. Momax have sent me these products for review. All the opinions you're about to hear are my own. And before you think of this as another wireless charging product review, which it is, I would highly encourage you just to watch the video for a little bit because I think their product is really compelling. The two products we're going to be talking about, one of them is the Momax Q.Mag Power. And this is the charger that in my review, I find I'm taking this with me most of the time because it is super convenient just to have it around in my bag and I can just magnetically attach this to my phone and charge it up. This one has a 5,000 milliamp hour built-in battery. We're going to talk about that in just a second. And the other product that I am looking at from Momax is their AirBox. And the AirBox is also really cool because it is this all-in-one wireless charging case that has 10,000 milliamp hour battery, and it can also charge an AirPod 2, AirPod Pro. It can also charge an Apple Pencil, a Apple Watch, and also your iPhone at the same time. So let's jump right into this. So I want to look at the Momax Q.Mag Power first. And they have claimed that this is the world's first transparent charger, which I think is really cool because you can see the charging coils, you can see the magnet, the circuit board. Like I said before, it has 5,000 milliamp hour battery. And in iPhone parlance, for example, my iPhone 12 Pro Max, it can take the phone from around 16% to around 85% charge without any problems whatsoever when this is fully charged. So the case itself has one transparent plastic. The side itself is aluminum, and there is a fabric magnetic kickstand on the very back that you can prop this out and use your phone in different postures, which I'm going to show you that to you in just a moment. On the device itself is super simple. There are a few LEDs indicating that the device is on or off or charging, and also the charge indicator. It has a lightning connector, which makes it super convenient. So for instance, the same charger you charge your iPhone, you would just use the same charger for this power brick and a power button. So super convenient set of tools to have there. All right, beyond just the fact that this is a cool transparent case, I'm going to do this demo on my iPhone 12 Pro Max. And what I'm simply going to do is just line this up together, charge, and there we go, boom. So to turn on the charge, I will press the power button on the very button there. And you can see that it's showing the battery indicator. And in just a moment, this is showing red. It's indicating that it is now charging. And you can see that it's charging the battery on my phone, which I think this works out really well. The other thing that I will tell you about this is I like this kickstand. And there's a few battery chargers out there that offers a kickstand, which is really kind of awesome. You can set them up in different postures like you're seeing right now. I think that's really neat. You can also do it this way. Have it in horizontal mode, for instance, like so. This is what it looks like from the back. And the other thing that you can do is that in vertical orientation, you can rotate your phone that way, and it is still charging the phone. You can still see the green light there, and you can lift your phone up a little bit and use this as like a kick TV stand and so forth. I think this is one of the best chargers that I have seen so far, and the price is really awesome too. The weight of this device is a little bit more than the Apple OEM one that has like the felt lining inside, but I think the battery is also slightly larger than the Apple one as well. It doesn't fully charge an iPhone 12 Pro Max like all the way to like 100%, but considering the size, the weight, and everything, I think this is a pretty good compromise. It can charge the phone almost all the way to full, which is exactly what I need to top off, especially when I'm traveling or when I'm on the road, which I have been doing a lot more meetings outside a lot lately. This has been a really great device for that. Now, one more thing I also want to mention is that the aluminum on the side here will do a really good job dissipating heat, and the charger does get warm when it is charging up your phone for a duration of time. So that's just something to keep in mind. It does add to the overall weight of the phone, but I genuinely don't mind this as much. And I tend to prefer this kind of charger more so than just the battery pack that I have to run the cable between the phone and the battery pack itself. So having this magnetic charger is something that works really well. Anyway, like I said, and it also has the cool transparent factor. This is made out of plastic, so overall in time, I think that if you're not really careful with it, it can probably scratch up. I mean, you can probably try to buy a film or a clear tape or something like that to just protect it, but I mean, like I said, it's a really convenient charger. All right, the next product that I want to talk about from Momax, and the reason why I want to review this because I think it's really unique. This is their AirBox, and it comes in two color. It comes in a black and it comes in a white. This device itself have a 10,000 milliamp hour battery built in, and it can charge multiple Apple devices. The case itself is just this glossy plastic with the word Momax on the very top there, and on the bottom it just said that this is a receiver side, some regulation tags. In the front you have a USB Type-C charger. You have the power indicator, which I have this on right now. You have the two latches on the very bottom and then on top there, and this is used to open the case up, and also the power button. So with this, once you open up on the inside, it doesn't really seem like much. There is a cavity that you can put an AirPod 2 or an AirPod Pro on the inside here. There is a slot so you can put an Apple Pencil 2 in there, a charger for your Apple Watch, and also a charger for the phone. So for instance, I can have everything charging. Now the one thing I will also point out is that I tend to use my AirPod Pro in a case like so. So in the silicone case, I can still charge this, and I can line this up, and the light is coming on right now, indicating that it is still charging, but it does sit up from the case a little bit, and I can't close the lid with this on like so. So if you want to close the lid and have this just sitting there, you want to take it out from the silicone case. For instance, if I take this out from the silicone case, I can line it up in there, and now it is charging, and I can close this out and travel on the road while my AirPod Pro is still charging. So that's really cool. The other thing too is that I can also take my iPhone, any iPhone with like a C charger, you can line it up right there and it will charge. And also I can take my Apple Watch, line it on top. And in fact, what I'm going to do with this one is rotate this around a little bit like so. And you can see that my Apple Watch is charging. And this is all using the built-in 10,000 milliamp hour battery. Yes, it is probably putting a load on the battery, but I think it's really awesome. This would be a perfect configuration, for example, when you're traveling on a plane, for instance, and you have, you know, a little slight tray in front of you, and you can leave your device on there for a while because you need to top up, but there's no power at the seat. This would be the perfect device to really carry on for that. Now, the one thing is that this case does weigh a little bit more than your normal 10,000 milliamp hour battery pack. So it is something that you need to consider, but I do plan to be traveling with this because I think it is super convenient. And like I said, you can charge your AirPod case in there, although I tend to use my AirPod Pro in the case like so, but you can see that I can still charge it and the light still comes on. The only problem with this is that there's probably more energy lost in the process, but that's something that I'm willing to live with. And I think this would be the perfect companion to take to like a hotel room or when I'm traveling again, just because it's just one USB Type-C cable and the other end would be just the power brick, and it's just that. I can have everything charged and ready to go the next day without having to think too much about it. Like I said, the one thing about this though is that it has a 10,000 milliamp hour battery. You can take this on a plane, but you have to carry it with you, so you do have to carry the weight. And the other thing that I don't really like about this in general is just the overall plastic. It's just this gloss plastic that is a fingerprint, dust, and also scratch magnet. There are no rubber feet or anything anywhere, so this can slide, but the moment you start to slide this, it's going to start to scratch the case a little bit. I really wish that they put this mesh material that they use on the Q.Mag Power to enclose this. I think that would be a really great thing to do, but with any product, there's always the first trial and there's always the second and third iteration and so forth. So that's something that they can probably improve in the future. But like I said, if you use Apple portable devices, the watch, the phone, the pencil, the AirPods, I mean, this is definitely a great device to consider, especially if you're traveling a lot. One more thing that I want to add about the AirBox is that in the package, Momax have included a USB Type-C to USB Type-A cable. There is no power adapter that is included, but chances are you can use even the power adapter and a USB Type-C cable that comes with your Apple laptop and charge this up without any problem whatsoever. It comes with some documentation and also this cloth carrying case, which will help eliminate it from getting scratched too much when you put it in your bag. So I just wanted to share that with you. Anyway, I hope you find this review for these two products from Momax helpful. If you have any questions, comment, leave them below. Give this a like, subscribe, and hit on the bell when new. And remember, in art we trust.